Now, I hope that you have understood the definition of a quantifier. Now the real question. How are these quantifiers used, or how should a quantifier be used? Shall we start? The first one. We use no or none to indicate or to tell that there is nothing. I repeat, we use no or none to indicate or to tell that there is nothing. There is nothing. ఏమీ లేదు. For example, there is no water in the pot. There is no water in the pot. Now which word is the quantifier here? Yes, very good. No is the quantifier here. It tells us that there is no water in the pot. The second example. None of the students has submitted the homework. None of the students has submitted the homework. Now which word is the quantifier here? Yes, none is the quantifier here. Now the usage of a few and a little. We use a few and a little to tell about small numbers or quantity. We use a few and a little to tell about a small number or quantity. For example, may I ask a few questions? May I ask a few questions? Now what is the quantifier here? A few. Very good. The second sentence. There is a little water in the jug. There is a little water in the jug. Now which one is the quantifier here? You are right. A little. Now coming to the usage of much and many. How are they used? Much and many are used to tell that there is a large quantity of something. I repeat, much and many are used to tell that there is a large quantity of something. Now what is the difference between much and many? I mean, where should much be used and where should many be used? Let us be clear. Much is used with uncountable nouns. Now if you don't know what an uncountable noun is, please don't worry. That is, to tell about the things that cannot be counted. I repeat, much is used to tell about the things that cannot be counted. Let us be more clear. For example, rice, sugar, etc. For example, if I give you 1 kg of rice and ask you to count the grains, will it be possible? It might be possible, but it will be a very tedious task. That is why it is measured in kgs. Even sugar. Can you count the grains of sugar in a 10 kg sugar bag? Is it possible? No. So such things are called uncountable nouns. I repeat, uncountable nouns. So much is used to tell about the things that cannot be counted. For example, much time is wasted by students in playing mobile games. Much time is wasted by students in playing mobile games. Now coming to many. Many is the exact opposite of much. Many is used with countable nouns, that is, to tell about the things that can be counted. Many is used to tell about the things that can be counted. Let us be more clear. Example, pens, boys, benches, desks, etc. Can pens be counted? Definitely. Can boys be counted? How many boys are there in your class? You may say 10, 20, 100, etc. They can be counted. Hence, many is used. Example, I have many pens. I have many pens. No need to tell that many is the quantifier here. Hope you have understood the usage of these quantifiers. No, none, a few, a little, much and many. Now let us look at the example given in the textbook from the lesson. Shall we start? Andrew needed a costly surgery now and there was no one to loan them money. Dr. Armstrong operated on Andrew without any charges, and within a few weeks he was back at home doing well. Now, which words are the quantifiers here? First, let us identify them. No, any, and a few. I repeat, no, any, and a few. Now let us read this paragraph once again, trying to understand the usage of these quantifiers given. Andrew needed a costly surgery now, and there was no one to loan them money. The no in the first sentence tells us that no one was ready to loan them money. Dr. Armstrong operated on Andrew without any charges. Any here signifies or tells us that Dr. Armstrong did not charge any money for the operation or did not take any money for the operation. And within a few weeks, he was back at home doing well. And a few weeks tells us that Andrew took a few weeks of time to get well. Hope you have understood the passage.